Don in London, hello. It's September the 25th. Yep, 2009. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My substance over the years, alcohol, could have been food, could have been drugs, could have been anything, because I guess I was hardwired that way, whatever that means. But in the addiction, in a problem, I needed a solution, and drink wasn't it. So what did it make me do? Work hard, play hard, do sport hard, do gym hard, all those things, you name it. I tried to be perfect, and I was never so. But there was a feeling of less than inside me from somewhere, and fear, and I put a brave face on for a long time. That was what I was told to do. Put a brave face on, keep a stiff upper lip, and get on with it. So I did. I did what people asked me to do, and what I felt people thought I ought to do. And if somebody said to me recently, if I was told at the age of 6 I had choices, life might have been quite different. But fear ruled my head. So I didn't make any choices like that. I went along with what I thought people were doing and being, and that's how I got by. And it took me to places of quite a lot of success, and then no success in the end, because I coped too long, relying on and depending on drink. And it got me in a place of 24/7 drinking, alcoholic, no way out. And I tried help with family, community, society, professionals, and they all played a part in keeping me alive long enough, I suspect, just to get to a place of understanding that I needed a solution, and I hadn't found it yet. And everybody said, why not go to AA? And they were right, and I did go, and in the end I started to stay. And when I started to stay and listen and be able to hear what was going on, which took quite a while, I started to find recovery and in fellowship. So the fellowship of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, has been instrumental in my sobriety. I cannot speak for it. I don't want to. I don't need to. It's full of unique, authentic people who can speak for themselves where they choose. But I share a message of experience, strength and hope, firstly because I was asked, and secondly it's part of my meditation and reflection on the day. So why not share it? And that's where I got to. So what is AA and how did it help me? Well, the statement of intent, the AA preamble shared at every meeting, gives the game away, really. And it's the all-encompassing understanding of the intention of the fellowship, and it's about living and being in the solution. And this is what it says. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. So, I guess I'm sharing a message here. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking, and the primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And I was privileged to be in good company last night at a meeting. I can say I was there, but I can't say who else was there. Anonymity it's a sacrosanct part of the fellowship, and it's a personal choice, and it remains so. But there were people there from one day sober or a few hours sober, and a person celebrating 46 years of sobriety. And my goodness, what a well person they are and present themselves as. They are internally consistent with their external appearance, I suspect, which means that when they have found emotional, spiritual and physical sobriety in the moment of now, and that means right here, right now, sober. So it's a combination of things. Once we put down the drink, the hard work starts, and that is how to live life soberly, understand our emotions, get an understanding that we're in a spiritual program, and we don't need to fear the concept or the living of spiritual, because spiritual is what is around us all the time. and it's whether we choose to engage in the truth of living, or we wish to withdraw and isolate and have our own world. And what I found is my world got very small. It was as small as me. I thought it was a big world because I was in my head and I couldn't see beyond it. So what has AA done? It's opened up the doors, so I engage in life. The truth of living now, for me, is the spiritual connection. And what is spiritual? Well, as many have an understanding of God, so do I. God is truth, God is love, God works through people. And those very, very simple concepts. I don't understand God, it's beyond me. And I feel to try and understand God, or to define God, is actually to defy. This universe is beyond me in terms of understanding. I just know I'm living in it and a part of it as life is today. So that's my spiritual connection. And here I share readings from AA literature which help me keep in balance, using daily reflections and as Bill sees it, and both are very apt for me today. I need to remind myself of step one: powerless over alcohol, people, places, things. I can be in life and included and make choices based on being on life's highway rather than an avenue or just in the parking lot of life. So on September the 25th it says this: first things first, some of us have taken very hard knocks to learn this truth. Job or no job, wife or no wife, we simply do not stop drinking so long as we place dependence upon other people ahead of dependence on God. As I say, God is truth, God is love, God works through people. Before coming to AA, I always had excuses for taking a drink. She said, he said, I got fired yesterday, I had a great job today, no area of my life could be good if I drank again. In sobriety, my life gets better each day. I must always remember not to drink, to trust God, the truth, and to stay active in AA, share a message of experience, strength and hope, and help people. Am I putting anything before my sobriety, God and AA today? Well, I hope not. I hope not. And, you know, I just hope not. I just want to be included and share a message of experience, strength and hope. And this one, as Bill sees it, very apt. And it says on page 214, only try. In my teens, I'd been an athlete because I was not an athlete. I had been a musician because I could not carry a tune. I had to be the president of my class in boarding school. I had to be first in everything because in my perverse heart I felt myself the least of God's creatures. Yeah, I felt less than always. I could not accept my deep sense of inferiority, and so I strove to become captain of the baseball team, and I did learn to play the fiddle. Lead I must, or else. This was all or nothing kind of demand that later did me in. Oh, so true. 2 careers. Coping strategy of drink. What got me in the end wasn't the careers. It was the fact that I was probably doing the wrong careers to start with. Well, no, but that's my life. I'm glad you are going to try that new job, but make sure that you are only going to try. If you approach the project in the attitude that I must succeed, I must not fail, I cannot fail, then you practically guarantee the flop, which in turn will guarantee a drinking relapse. But if you look at the venture as a constructive experiment only, then all should go well. And that's what life is. It's a constructive experiment of inclusion rather than isolation. And, you know, for me, in my life, right now, as it says on my Facebook page, the prime elements of living, as described by many psychiatrists, but also a caveman tens of thousands of years ago, who said there's probably 3 elements of life which are really important: to love, be loved, and have something useful to do. That's of primary importance. And what more can I say? I posted desiderata on my notes on Facebook. I love that because it sets me free to be included on life's highway. So part of acceptance in there for me is the serenity prayer to God, truth, good conscience, as you see fit, which fits with you. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today.